if you add 82 plus 70, that's around 152. 152 to 153 billion po. This is only for gasoline and diesel.
Just to follow, I'm not even going to present yet because we've been conducting our own FICE analysis and we want to compare notes. Because I have a feeling the President is not being given the correct information. You know where I'm coming from, Yusek Adriano? Because when we heard the excise tax suspension, and we heard from all of you, when we heard it, and we had like 3 or 4 hearings, it was very clear upon the recommendation of the DOF that we could afford a suspension on all the petroleum products. We never heard from any of you at that point in time saying that we can only afford to suspend kerosene and LPG. That's not even 20% of total excise tax collection. Diba? So when you think about it in terms of impact, ang lead lang niya. Nung nag-hearing tayo nun, hindi naman namin nadidinig to eh. You never told us that 50% of the retail consumers are in the top 3 decile. We never heard that info. So these are all new information that we are receiving today, particularly when the crisis is hitting everybody. So pardon us if sometimes you feel like in one breath you tell us it's okay, pero susunod, pag nagkakagipitan, hindi na i-implement. You tell us you cannot implement it immediately. You're waiting for the IRR, etc. But the LPG industry has said they can implement it the following day. So there's a disconnect. There's a disconnect. The President wants the people to experience some relief immediately. So ngayon lang namin nadidinig yan. Itong mga data pagdating dyan sa that it favors the rich. We never heard that before.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair,
Mr. Chairman.
Kong Rufus, with due respect.
I'd just like to confirm your statement because we have attended, it's now our 3rd meeting. In the previous meetings, I asked specifically each department, DOE, DBCC. They said that a month ago, before even the excess tax law became effective, they recommended already, Mr. Chairman, the suspension of all petroleum products. So that's why we're surprised now na only the rich will be able to be benefited. Of course not, Mr. Chairman. Clearly, the rich in this country is only 1.5%, not even 2%. These are the people receiving a monthly income of 180,000 to 240,000 a month and above. Middle class of this country is 45%, which is who are receiving 21,000 to 121,000 a month and above. And 55% are poor, below 21%. So I'm now surprised, Mr. Chairman, to be able to support your comment that certainly bago na ito na hindi na i-implement yung suspension of all petroleum products, especially diesel and gasoline, because only the rich will be benefited. Of course not. You don't have to be an economist to be able to see everybody is affected. So that is my point, Mr. Chairman, just to support your statement. You have been here for the 3rd hearing already. Thank you.
Chairman Jolo?
Yes, Mr. Chair, ako sa akin, gusto ko lang susugan lang din yung sinabi ni Kong Rufus. Bilang chair ng Committee on Labor, alam natin dito na napakalaki ang nagiging kontribusyon ng middle class para dito sa ating bansa. Ngunit, damang-dama na nila. Hindi lang ang transport sector ang nakakadama ng krisis na ito, kundi lahat at karamihan dito yung mga middle class natin na lagi na lang nilang iniisip, lagi na lang yung vulnerable ang nakakakuha ng kahit papanong tulong galing sa pamahalaan. Pero paano naman yung mga middle class na kami mismo sa amin nanggagaling yung majority ng buwis natin? Paano naman kami?
Mr. Chair.
Yes. Kong Jolo, would you want a response?
Yes, yes.
First, then, of course, we'll recognize the Honorable Deputy Speaker Albi Benitez. Yusek Adriano?
Mr. Chair, we recognize and we know that hindi lang naman ang mahihirap ang naapektuhan nito at ang isa sa mga pinaka naapektuhan nito is the middle income classes that pay all the taxes as well. Ngayon po kaya po dun sa uplift pinag-uusapan nga po din kung ano po yung intervention na pwede po maibigay sa middle income classes. But I would like to note po na if ever there will be interventions or more subsidy to be provided, not just to the vulnerable sector, but to also include the middle income classes, we need the revenues as well. Kasi without the revenues, wala po tayong panggagastos. So yun po yung basis po ng isa sa mga desisyon ng DBCC kasi kung mawawala po yung taxes natin, mawawalan din po tayo ng ayuda na pwede po mabigay sa ating mga kababayan, particularly sa middle income classes. Now with regards po dun sa, I understand, Mr. Chair, your concern na during the deliberation, we mentioned that all of this data regarding the suspension of all fuel excise taxes. Ano po kasi is that the times is very different right now. During the deliberation po kasi, the USD price per barrel was only hovering around 80 to 90 USD na naging 120 and 100. Kapag dinuspend po nga natin po yung diesel, kumari, it's only 6 pesos per liter na hindi na po halos mararamdaman, particularly by the transport sector, kasi yung diesel po from 60, naging 150, ngayon 130. So kaya po ang pagdesisyonan po ng DBCC principals is instead of suspending the excise, we provide the fuel discount na 10 pesos na pwede pong if ever kailangan po talagang dagdagan, pwede pong dagdagan. Para po mas maramdaman po ng ating mga kababayan, particularly our transport sector, yung pagbaba po ng presyo, particularly po sa diesel.
Kong Albi, I will recognize just the last one because we also have a list of, go ahead.
Sige. Mr. Chair, I'm just concerned kasi ang sinasabi nila that majority of the usage of diesel and gas is the transport sector. Pero hindi nila ma-identify kung alin doon ang public at alin doon ang private. But then all of a sudden, they will now extrapolate this information at sasabihin nila lahat ng mga gumagamit nito ay mayayaman. So parang may fallacy, may mali dun sa interpretation nila. And because of that, they are now recommending na wag na munang ibaba ang excise tax o wag i-suspend ang excise tax dahil mayayaman lang ang nakikinabang. I think dun tayo nagkakaroon ng problema. And that is the reason why we are probing you. Because when you give recommendation to this administration, to the national government, at mali ang information nyo, sigurado mali rin ang magiging desisyon, is what we are experiencing now.